All right, guys, we are back with another one. Welcome back to another episode of the Everything Everyday channel, hosted by me, Daryl Long. You see my wife in the back, blurred out in the background. She don't really want to be on camera because we're gonna smoke. And we're gonna start the show off in a very, very, very good spirit. First of all, I want to say Happy Christmas and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. If you out here with your family, if you out here doing, God's work, no matter what you're doing, if you at work, if you cooking, cleaning, no matter what you're doing, man, just shout out to everybody that's spending time with their family. Even if you don't got no family to spend time with, shout out to everybody out there. I'm wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, man. Real talk. Real talk. We want to be as cheerful as possible over here. All right. And shout out to Victor being the very first person in the chat.
Hey, Vic.
Before I even went live, Vic was holding shit down. I always got to give Vic his credit. Vic is one of my staunch supporters. All right. For those who don't know, I'm looking forward to buying a new computer because it's hard for me to go live on my MacBook, mainly because the battery dies. So I'm so used to having a stationary computer. I'm gonna eventually get back to it. So if you guys want to support the channel, I'm going to be streaming back from here, even though I really enjoy my setup on my MacBook Pro. I really do. Now, I got a few different topics I want to go into. I'm going to try to go in order. First, we have this woman here. Now, this woman did a video that's going viral on Twitter where she says men only get noticed when they stop providing. So the way I do things now is I'm going to play the entire clip for you guys to see. After that, I'm going to give my commentary. All right. Now, I think this video is only a minute and 13. Let's go ahead and get directly into the video now.
It is crazy when a man gains responsibility in his life, and I'm talking about a wife, a kids, and family, something strange happens. Literally, they will stop asking how he feels, and everything is about what he does. He becomes the provider, the protector, the solution, the fixer, the one that everybody leans on. And slowly, without anybody realizing it, he becomes invisible. Nobody checks on him. They don't ask if he's tired, if he's struggling, if he's overwhelmed. Everybody just assumes that he has it all handled. His value is tied to what he provides. It's not about who he is, how he feels, and what he needs. The sad part is the moment he slows down, says that he is tired, cannot do what he used to do, all of a sudden everybody is noticing him. But not to support him, but literally to ask questions, to judge him, and to criticize, and to remind him of what he used to do. Unfortunately, men do not disappear. They literally get buried under responsibility. And a man who is never seen eventually starts to feel alone in a room full of people that he loves.
Now, initially upon seeing that clip, which I saw over at Anton Daniel's show, just being perfectly transparent, initially when I saw this clip, my thoughts was, for the most part, everything she said can be right and wrong. Depends on the partner, depends on the relationship that you in, right? So I have seen situations like this where men are not appreciated, where a lot of things that he is doing, everybody is benefiting off of it, but so it's like this. To me, the curse of being a good man sometimes is you're going to be providing for people and eventually they're not going to provide for you. And it's really just, it works that way, period, with women and men. Give example, my wife's sons. They're not doing anything to work hard the way that she did to sacrifice and provide to make sure she gets what she needs. But she provided for them their whole entire lives. I think that the way that she will understand their relationship and their sense of entitlement and not having any appreciation, it's the same way a lot of men feel. Because the ones who are good, the ones of us who do get up, we do provide. We do try to take care of the women. We do, when the women say they need money, we do go out, and the money don't grow on trees. We have to go out and put our labor our bodies on the line. And I've had women that's come into my life that made me feel appreciated, and I've had women that made me feel not appreciated. The same way women can say that they have men that they had to do all kinds of shit for, and some appreciated it, and some did not. And if I talk to those women and ask, how did you feel when that man didn't appreciate what you did? They feel like shit. They feel stupid. And a lot of the times, that's how men feel when we're in situations and we're trying to provide, trying to do the right thing, and still being treated like somebody who basically ain't shit. I'll give you an example of last time I felt that way generally. Not in my marriage, but generally. After the election, I was somebody who super supported VP Harris. I got, not only did I buy her magazine, but also bought her book. Most of my content before that channel was removed, was uplifting her, especially during the election cycle. I remember after that, despite I think it was almost 80% of black male voters who did go out and vote, they voted for Kamala. But after Trump took office, the only thing that I saw was niggas ain't shit. Niggas voted Trump into office. It wasn't a thank you to the guys that did try to help in this 107 days. This historic, basically 3-month run that we knew we had a very, very, very hard chance to win. But a lot of black men, based on a voting pattern, they wanted to support Kamala because more than likely they wanted to support the women in their lives. Truth be told, when I voted for Kamala, up until that day, she didn't really provide a very detailed view of how she wanted black men to be in America or what she was going to do. She said a few different things towards the very end, like on day 95 out of 107. But throughout the campaign, it was nothing for me. Me personally, there was nothing. So, being treated like the other guys who voted for Trump, I ain't gonna lie, I took that personally. Let me tell you why I take it personally. If I go out and I'm advocating and I'm fighting for you, let me give you an example before I go back to the video or allow my wife to respond to the video. I remember showing my wife Tupac Resurrection and how frustrated he was because he was one of the only few rappers that was uplifting black women. And in his mind, in his naive young mind, he thought that when he went to jail and he caught that grape charge in New York, he thought black women was gonna hold him down. He thought they was gonna refer back to keep your head up or Brenda's got a baby. You know what I'm saying? Make this house a happy home. If you know all these different Tupac songs, it's all based on black men treating black women right. They abandoned him. You don't got to take my word for it. Go take his word for it. They abandoned him. One of the main people that talked shit about him at the time was Wendy Williams. Go do some research. And that was one of the main reasons why when he got out of jail, Tupac did an interview with Angie Martinez and Tabitha Soren, a Mexican woman and a white woman, because in his mind, the women that he had spent his entire career uplifting abandoned him. Did y'all know that people didn't go look on All Eyes on Me and see how many black women did songs with Tupac after the rape charge? Only one. Y'all know her name? Her name is Faith Evans. Guess who had a lot of black women on their label at the time? Bad Boy. My whole point is this. You can try to do the right thing and something can set you back and you think that people are going to have your back, and it don't always work out that way. And what this woman was saying, I don't really find no problem in it. I do believe that this applies to a certain group of men who feel like they are not appreciated. That's just what it was. Sorry. Anyway, wife, do you have any comments on this video?
Yeah. I mean, first thing I gotta say is that this is the making of patriarchy and what males have going on. Many men are socialized to be noticed only for the things that they provide.
She's still blurred, so they can't read.
That's right. Many men are only socialized to be noticed for the things that they provide. That's due to patriarchy. That is not due to women, right? Let that be like money, protection, fixing things, stuff like that. When men stop doing these things, of course they're not noticed. People suddenly notice because this was like something, this was a function of the infrastructure that he was providing. So when the lights are no longer on, yeah, I'm going to notice that. When there's no food in the refrigerator, yeah, I'm going to notice that.
Right.
I mean, this doesn't mean that his invisible work, his presence is not important. I mean, for some families it is. But you know what I compare this to? How much unpaid and invisible labor that women put in that goes unnoticed. You literally have men talking about, you literally have men thriving because of the unpaid labor that women do on a daily basis, whether it be around the house, taking care of relatives, taking care of the kids, cooking and cleaning. All of that is labor that most men say that's what a woman is supposed to do. So I feel like every time this applies to, like, man, what she's saying, I'm not saying it's wrong, but women say this all the time and no one cares but other women. So I just feel like every time we hear something about that, let me make sure I get my thoughts straight. When this is, because this isn't gender based, but when something directly affects one gender, like women, no one cares. But then men start experiencing the same thing that women have been experiencing over generations, over time. Even right now in 2020, now it's a big thing. Oh, he's not noticed. Well, she's been picking up the kids for 15 years from school. Yeah, well, she keeps track of all the dentist appointments, parent teacher conferences, homework assignments. And you know what else she keeps track of? What kid goes to what school? What kid has what best friend? You guys have seen those videos out here when they're asking men, fathers, husbands on the streets basic questions about their children and family. The man doesn't know. And everybody thinks it's funny, but you wouldn't think it's funny if I didn't know what type of shots Aegon had. You wouldn't think it's funny if I didn't know if he's allergic to something. You wouldn't think it's funny if I forgot his birthday. But when men do stuff like that, y'all think it's funny. So for me, I'm not really trying to hear anything she got to say, for the simple fact that women experience this on a daily basis. 45% of households are either primarily ran by women, or, I mean, when I say ran, I mean like primarily are the ones bringing in, or both parents are working, especially in 2025 today. So I understand what you're saying, sis, but how about you have this same sympathy for women all over the country who's literally doing unpaid labor every single day, invisible labor, that mental load, that mental work. No one is talking about that for women. So I can't have any sympathy for men at this. I don't have any sympathy for them. I really don't, because no one has sympathy for me when I had 4 kids and I was out there by myself. I just had to do it. And I wasn't looking for recognition. I wasn't looking to be praised. I did it because that's what I'm supposed to do, because I was a parent. I was a mother. These children didn't ask to be here. So I was supposed to strive to give them my best and give them their all for the best upbringing that they could possibly have. So for me, I don't really, like, my husband is a little different on this, but for me, I don't care. I really don't, because women pull the emotional toll of labor every single day.
So before I go to the next topic, for me, I always try to find solutions and stuff. Like the reason why I didn't bring the women up on my part was because I just wanted to stick to this part about men. So, and I think one of the things about it too is um all the self deletions that happen in the black community. 80% of them are black men. And for you guys who need me to fact check that, I'll do it now, right? Just so we can. So for me, I I don't like to do like the pitting the genders against each other. Not saying my wife is doing that, but just for the record, for the audience moving forward, Daryl Long, I don't do that. So in a situation where men are saying they're not being heard or listened to or provided, I'm not going to say women are going to do the same thing too. I want to focus on both issues, and to focus on. So if I'm focusing on women, right? If the women come to me and say, Daryl, we're dealing with abuse and discrimination in the workplace, and my only response is, well, black men are too. Black men are too. Black men are too. That's not a solution that's going to help women in that situation. Let me give you an example of a solution. When Breonna Taylor was taken from us in Kentucky, I remember going to my audience, which was way bigger at the time, and saying we need to vote on. Guys, can you listen, guys? I'm gonna turn the comments off there because it's clear y'all don't know how to act, bro. And I'm gonna have to just ban people. We're not talking about people sexualities in the chat, bro. Jesus Christ. As I was saying, I don't talk about the genders and stuff. And when Breonna Taylor died, the solution wasn't to say, well, black men are dying from police officers too. The solution was what at the time, a black man came up with. The attorney general at the time was Daniel Cameron, if my memory served me correct. And they made a law called the no knock warrant. Now, at the time, people said, well, this law defends everybody, black men, white women, everybody. Yeah, but who was the main ones getting their doors knocked down in Kentucky more than anybody else? It was black women, because they were looking for black men. So again, even in that situation, instead of them saying, well, Daniel Cameron stood on business and protected future Breonna Taylors, the conversation became about the race of his wife. Not that a black man and a black woman raised him to be the attorney general of a Confederate state as a black man. Not that he didn't say, you know what, let me side with those white officers because my wife is white. He wrote the Breonna Taylor bill immediately. And guess what? The people of Kentucky don't have to worry about that no more. That's a solution. Not him saying, yeah, Breonna Taylor got knocked off, but so did a black man last week. That is how we pit each other against each other. So in this video right here, I understand what she's saying because I've lived through this. My wife has lived through that. We both have been in situations where we're going out and providing for the family, coming back, nobody appreciates you. Kids don't appreciate you. Partner don't appreciate you. And that don't feel good. And instead of, I would tell somebody, focus on your happiness in that situation and try to find happy moments, because if your only thought process is to focus on your pain, as a husband, if my wife come to me and tell me that what's she going on, if my only response is, well, I'm in pain too, we're never gonna get nowhere. Never gonna get nowhere. Because I'm only focusing on me and how I feel. So I appreciate this woman for making this video. And maybe it'll reach somebody and they say, maybe I need to treat my wife better. Maybe I need to treat my husband better. Maybe I need to treat my son better, my father better. And they can have a healthier relationship. That's what I got from this. But that's my thoughts. Let's go on to the next topic. I'm gonna get some more Instagram clips. But for the most part, I've really just been enjoying doing my reactions. Now, perfect. I already got it here because I didn't want to have to go find it. And I heard some sad news today. I heard Yandy divorced Mendices. You let her take all. So, and then she said she keeping all the money too because she got more money paying lawyers. I'm gonna get into that story later. Mendices crying, doing a fucking radio tour now. No, they married. He claimed that She claimed that she not signing divorce papers.
All we gotta do is find. All we gotta do is look up programs.
We gonna find it.
Yeah. So I don't know why he would lie or why would they lie? But there's always been speculation about their marriage. Now, is it real? Is it not? We are real. But I do remember them going over having like marriage.
Shout out to my wife, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what she did today. I'm just gonna leave this on the screen for like 2 minutes.
I would have made some biscuits, but we were out.
What is this again, babe? Eggs, bacon, and rice?
Yeah. It's a little more
full of protein?
Yeah, like just
so I can get strong?
Yes.
Okay.
And I put add a little bit of black pepper and salt and butter. But I didn't put
so you don't have to beg for submission, guys. Just do the right thing, and God will bless you. Just trust the same God. Trust me. Give me y'all great advice. Nevertheless, let's move forward. Recently, what's up, JB? Recently, 2 ICE agents were attacked. And none other than the slum that is Baltimore, Maryland. Let's go ahead and go to NBC News for the report, please.
2 people are in the hospital tonight after the Department of Homeland Security says ICE agents opened fire on a van that was allegedly being driven into them. Here's audio from first responders in the last couple of hours.
Medic 18 en route. EMS 1, Battalion Chief 1 respond. 504 West Court. Cross street of Park West Drive. Now reporting gunshot wound.
These images posted by Homeland Security on X show a van that DHS says was driven off the road after ICE officers shot at the driver and passenger during a targeted immigration enforcement operation. According to DHS, ICE officers feared for their lives and began shooting after the driver, quote, attempted to flee and weaponized his vehicle.
I don't know, bro. I just don't know when it comes to these dudes. For one, I done seen too many bad people work for them, doing goofy shit. I saw a video recently of a woman. I can't even call her a woman because she was 17. So now I gotta check myself. But a young lady, a child, a minor, some would say, fucking Hispanic, being chased down her block by grown ass men. And when she made it to the house, she fucking, I guess she went in there and talked to her stepfather, whoever the fuck was there, and he came out immediately.
He was not playing.
But then it asked myself, Daryl, what type of grown ass man would chase a young child, watching her screaming, terrified, running down the street? And then y'all say that these people were allegedly immigrants. There's no proof of that. Just because y'all ICE agents say that they're immigrants don't mean that they're immigrants. And on top of that, firing rounds at them because they tried to escape. And while they were trying to escape, you feared for your life is diabolical. Imagine me telling you that, Michi. Hey, what happened today? Oh man, some dudes trying to rob me. And while they were escaping, I feared for my life. While they was driving away in their truck, getting further away from me, I felt so threatened, wife, that me and the homies had to upload the tools and drop they shit. Because we felt so threatened. I don't know, bro. And apparently they've been unmasking ICE agents and doxing them. I think it's a dangerous job. And I think that y'all make it more dangerous under this administration. ICE has existed for fucking decades.
Obama was the deporter in chief. Remember?
Obama been deporting people.
But no, he has been the biggest. I don't know what their numbers is right now of immigrants back to their country when Obama was in office in 8 years.
Yeah,
and we didn't hear any of this going on. with ICE. ICE has always been around.
No detainment camps, none of that shit.
Yeah, none of that. You didn't hear people being separated from their children, or nothing.
I'm disappointed. Let me go back to this video, man. Good morning, day. I see you in the building. They say they not married. Yandy. We'll get to that topic now. I'm gonna cover that. We almost done with this ICE shit.
Both the driver and passenger were hurt and have been taken to a local hospital. Brianna Ross from our NBC station in Baltimore is following this story for us. Brianna, what more are you learning?
Well, Ellison, we know that this happened just before 11 this morning in this Glen Burnie neighborhood. A spokesperson with ICE tells me that ICE agents spotted two men who they say are...
Hold on, y'all. Because we don't need HD for these videos. Absolutely. 480p.
Are illegal immigrants. The driver of a van whose name is Tiago Alexandra Sousa Martins, who they say is from Portugal.
What this nigga name?
Whose name is Tiago Alexandra Sousa Martins, who they say is from Portugal. And then the passenger of that van, Solomon Antonio Serrano Escovel, who they say is from El Salvador. Now, ICE agents say that they went up to the van to try to talk to the two men. And that's when the driver tried to get away, started ramming his van into ICE vehicles, and then they say that driver sped toward ICE agents, and that's when ICE agents took out their weapons and started shooting. They hit the driver.
Bro, it's dangerous these days. These guys don't fear the police no more. Do you remember, Michi? Y'all know how it was in Chicago growing up. But in Detroit, unless you was really crazy, not even that dude, you just crazy. Because you ain't getting no money beefing with police. It's over with. Kiss that little dream goodbye. Y'all ramming your trucks into police agents? Nah. You upping the tool on police agents? Nah. Let me help y'all out with this one, bro. Cooperate. Call your lawyer. Don't say nothing. They don't... Until a judge sentence you, the only thing they can do is hold you in a holding cell. They can't even put you in population. Oh, and they can only hold you for 72 hours. Why would you do all of that shit? Because now they got you on destroying property, fleeing and evading the scene, all kind of shit. Y'all be giving them charges, bro. Now, someone say, oh, Daryl, but it's ICE. You gotta hold it right there. I don't know. What would you do? If you said, let's say if you had a red in the car with us.
What?
Is that girl name? The little Spanish girl.
Oh, okay.
Why not pronounce her name? I said that.
Yeah, U.S. is a U.S. citizen.
But, okay, let's say if she wasn't, all right? And ICE had to pull up. What if I was like, fuck this, Michi? I'm gonna ram these niggas' truck. We getting out of it. Wouldn't that be stupid?
Yeah, I agree. No, I don't believe anything that ICE tells me. I don't believe nothing from this administration because they're so corrupt.
I actually agree.
I don't believe. Y'all got y'all cars rammed into?
I feel like they just wanted to slide on these on these people.
But
I agree.
Makes no sense though. Think about it. If your car is getting rammed into, right? Rammed into, that means they're right there. You could have just shot the tires. How did he wind up in a tree?
Well, apparently, because I watched this whole report earlier, it was 3 ICE agent trucks. They're never alone, and they surrounded him. So it was almost like he was already detained. It wasn't like a regular arrest where they whoop, whoop, put you to the side, one officer on the right, one officer on the left, or whatever, and they go back, they bring lights. No, these niggas put a hopped out car, military style, because there's other reports about this shit. And apparently, the dudes wasn't having it. They didn't even roll their window down. They got the fuck on.
So y'all say that he rammed into y'all cars. Did he ram through y'all to get out? Like broke out of the barricade?
That's what happened.
So why are y'all saying that he rammed into y'all cars?
At that point, they said they feared for their lives
How? If he's
and everyone there
that's
began
the real
to
story.
fire.
That's the real story. Because how did the car get the truck into the tree?
Because
that's what happened. They was like this, and like
because they shot those men.
And he went past them, and for them to say he rammed into him, no. However y'all boxed him in, he was able to get through. Y'all kept going.
He was driving a ProMaster, babe. Look at what they were driving.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all
see, they put up in those little minivans. See,
right? See, like don't sit up and try to say, oh,
see, it's multiple vans.
Yeah.
I watched this, and remember I told you Amazon we drive these vans, ProMasters. I told you can get through anything in those vans. He didn't even ram into them. He pushed through them. That is actually what happened. It's a minivan, of course.
Right.
This is and that's a Ford one too. Oh, shit.
But do you see how you change the wording of it and make it seem so much worse than what it is? No, y'all surrounded him. He was able to push through and get past you guys. Y'all started shooting at the van.
Open firing immediately.
Right, and then the van hit the tree. That's actually what happened.
I had to agree with my wife on this one because that's what I was feeling too. That's why I was going with this story anyway. That
had they just said that, okay, fine, and we still had to go get him, fine. But it doesn't even justify the shooting though. There was nothing that said that you were in danger.
These guys had no. They had no weapons. They were both they were both taken to court and waiting to be arraigned.
Right. So why would y'all shoot at the vehicle? It's not like somebody threatened y'all. There was no threat here.
Well, the threat said that they allegedly drove their truck into the agents, which is false.
No, driving into someone, and this is what we teach in school. I'm a teacher. Driving into someone is force applied where? It has to be something physically there to have force applied to it. There was no force there blocking
If they drove into an agent, he would be in the hospital at the very least.
Right. So that's not what happened. Y'all surrounded him, got out, started pointing y'all weapons at them, and they said, oh, there's enough space for me to push through this. And they hit it, and they pushed through that. And then y'all kept shooting at them. They lost control of the vehicle. That's why this van is in the tree.
Hey, Fear.
There was no reason to even open fire.
Hey, I hope you guys can hear us and see us. I'm streaming off of my my Mac again because I fucking put all of the data I had on this 5 terabyte external hard drive, and now it's usable again. But inevitably, I'm going to have to replace this. I know this.
I'm about to get another one.
Yes. This is an M1.
No, it's time to upgrade.
Yeah. I had this before Princella.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I still remember when I bought it, I was so proud. So happy.
Yeah, he's asleep.
Yeah.
Is my old iMac? Oh, it's in the layer room.
In your bed?
Yeah.
Okay, hurry back and go back.
Remember my old iMac? It was big as hell. The little screen in the back. That bitch through.
He in the middle?
Anyway, let's keep going with this story about ICE because I want to get to the story about the gossipy stuff. Specifically, fucking man, DC's going on a tour about his divorce. That's not really a divorce. I'm confused, bro. The game saying he refused to change diapers. Stay tuned.
Of that van, Solomon Antonio Serrano Escovel, who they say is from El Salvador. Now, ICE agents say that they went up to the van to try to talk to the two men, and that's when the driver tried to get away, started ramming his van into ICE vehicles, and then they say that driver sped toward ICE agents, and that's when ICE agents took out their weapons and started shooting. They hit the driver.
I don't know. I need to see the body dash. I need to see the body cams.
Y'all said they were surrounding him, and then y'all said y'all was in front of him and tried to hit y'all. So, oh my God, this is what I'm saying. I don't believe them.
Neither. We don't believe you. You need more people.
I don't believe y'all. Especially if these are not like gang members and stuff like that, or any type of person like that that has erratic behavior. It's just regular men working a job.
Listen, anybody pull up on me with straps, I'm getting the fuck on too. That's the first thought process. And y'all gotta think about this, bro. This is Baltimore. This isn't fucking no, LA's be bad too. I'm trying to think of a suburb. This isn't East Lansing. Alright, this isn't Ann Arbor. This is fucking Baltimore.
The city. It's the city.
I wish niggas would pull up on me, mask the fuck up, with weaponry, matching minivans. What's up, bro? Nah, man. I think that's a big part of ICE. They gotta start identifying themselves, bro. I think they trucks should just say ICE on it. Why y'all sneaking to go get immigrants and shit? Like, I get it that y'all gotta get them. Obama did it. He didn't have niggas sneaking around like this is Assassin's Creed. Oh, I'm about to go get 100,000 poo shiesties. Let me help me. Let me help you niggas out real quick. I always told young niggas this in the streets. You want to disappear? Disappear in plain sight. Guess what happens when you show up with a poo shiesty fucking mask on, with all black, about to fucking. You look like somebody's about to do some shiesty shit. What would happen right now, Michi? If we saw 10 niggas walking down the street with all masks on, guns.
That looks suspect.
Y'all look suspect. We don't know if y'all here to help us or to start some fucking bullshit. We have no choice but to at the very least prepare ourselves. And they ain't even attack y'all. Detroit, some niggas start firing on y'all. No cap.
That's where y'all immigrants should be going. Because ain't nobody looking for immigrants in Detroit.
Detroit is not a sanctuary city. It's very hard to it's we don't have, like, until I moved to Illinois, I didn't even know this was a fucking thing. I'm not even gonna lie. I swear to God. I didn't know. Like, in Michigan, I'm hearing about the immigrant shit. This shit mean nothing to me. Because we don't have immigrants like that. The ones that come to Michigan, they go straight to southern Michigan to a place called Dearborn. Every time. Then white people stay in their neighborhoods. Like where my wife was at yesterday. Where we see? You ain't see no black young man really. You saw a lot of white young kids. Mm-hmm. All getting money.
I saw different types of women though. I did see that. I saw different types of women. Like white,
absolutely.
Black, Asian. I did see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But primarily young males. White.
Mostly white.
Yeah. Shout out to them though.
Hispanic white boys.
We had a good Christmas. I had fun.
Yeah.
I like being over there. Portland strippers become #1 toy donors. Child.
Good job, ladies.
Lord have mercy.
But this that Portland strippers. We don't know if this is all women. It's probably women though.
Yeah. Child. Let's go back to the video. Let's see what happened with these ICE agents in Maryland. But like, look. For the record, we don't want no harm to come to no federal agents. We support America, right? But I can't say we support Trump.
No, I do not support Trump. I do not support ICE. I don't support this administration. To me, is so untrustworthy. I do not trust them on anything that they say coming about. I do not believe them.
It's hard to fucking believe anything these niggas say.
Because their leader lies so much on a daily basis. He and is at 80. Okay.
Trump can come on here and tell these niggas, I can beat LeBron James in basketball right now. And you have some MAGA supporters that he might be able to go for it.
Yeah.
Delusional. Yeah. Don't want to hold yourselves accountable. And truthfully, it's kind of trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Let's finish watching the story because it's breaking news in Baltimore, Maryland. ICE agents being attacked. You know what I'm saying? We got to feel sorry for them, Michi. We got to hug their families.
No, I don't
on Christmas of all things in Baltimore, which implies black people did it.
I know you and you're an ICE agent. Don't tell me.
I want to be friends with you.
I want to be friends with you.
You're dangerous.
Yeah, I want to be friends with you.
Don't
not tell me because I find out.
They doxing y'all and shit. I can't be friends with you. I got a family to protect.
And that driver then crashed the van in between two buildings. The passenger, we're told, was injured in that crash. We know that both men went to the hospital. We're told they are now in stable condition, expected to recover. ICE says that none of their agents were hurt during this situation. But as you can see, this investigation is...
Hold on.
But they went...
Hold on. So, all of y'all lives was threatened, but the only two people that managed to be hurt in the situation was the two fucking immigrants that y'all came to get.
Y'all know I was never in danger. Y'all were never in danger.
They was in danger from the beginning as soon as y'all got there.
Right. They were in danger. See, I told you. I don't believe nothing that they say happened.
Y'all slid on them boys, bro. And then y'all beat the shot of them.
Like a game.
And then called the motherfucking ambulance come pick them boys up.
No, they was out there game banging. ICE is a big ass game. They be out there game banging.
They out there going crazy.
This is not justice. This is not this is not law justice. This is them operating like this is organized crime. This is organized gangs.
Bro, y'all found no drugs, no guns, no nothing, bro. No illegal license. Nothing. And y'all still beat them niggas.
This is how we know you're a gang.
Well, y'all straight bullying the nation now. That's what y'all doing. There's no other way to say it, bro. Y'all bullying the nation.
Internet, continue doing your thing. Dox them, because we need to know these people who already are in our background. Because if you're proud of what you're doing, why are you walking around with masks on?
If you proud of chasing young girls down the fucking street,
you should be able to show your face.
Bro, I'm worried about these niggas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And a lot of them have been committing what SA.
Because think about it like this. If you willing to do that for some money, my nigga.
What won't you do?
What won't you do, bro?
They can be easily bought.
What neighborhood are you living in where you might see a girl walking down the street that you think that shouldn't be there? And what's going to stop you from chasing her down the street?
Because you chase mine, we gonna hurt you.
Hurt you is an understatement.
No, we gonna send you to see your maker.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, this is very inappropriate behavior, and it's not a way to govern people.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Underway. We still see the police tape up behind us. We still see a vehicle from Anne Arundel County Police. That's the county we are in right now. And we actually just saw a tow truck drive past the tape. So we're wondering if that is to tow the van that was crashed actually back in a wooded area back there. We're wondering if that is to retrieve that van. Now, neighbors, as you can imagine, are quite surprised that this is happening in their neighborhood on Christmas Eve. They say this is typically a peaceful, quiet neighborhood. Some neighbors tell me they even heard those gunshots. They came outside to see what was going on and witnessed a chaotic scene.
I not being reckless. Y'all could have hit any of them people though, Darrell. They could have.
No, you know what I'm saying? These niggas dangerous.
Yeah, y'all just reckless. Y'all open up fire. How about what if someone was outside on that time, or it just pulled up like a minute, getting out the car, and y'all shooting in that direction with your kids? It's Christmas. People were out visiting families and stuff yesterday.
Think about this, man. The community. Since you've been here, how often have you heard a gunshot?
Not over here.
Imagine if, because I've been here, I haven't heard a gunshot. Imagine randomly, you hear 25 and bitch go up,
yeah,
and then you hear a fucking car smack into a tree and shit. That's how dangerous these niggas is.
That's what I'm saying. This is ridiculous. What I'm saying, and they don't care.
No cap. People don't understand, like, your actions is so reckless, bro. It made me, this is why I left Detroit. This is why I don't want to be in certain places. Especially in places where reckless people, preside, because then you have to get reckless with them.
There's a difference between reckless and neglect. Neglect is like, reckless is basically, you knew this, but you still went and did it anyway. You was able to participate, anticipate the harm that could happen. Possibly. And then you did it anyway.
There's so many more diplomatic ways to find undocumented immigrants. Being bullies, that's not getting y'all nowhere. Mm-hmm. Obama still did better than y'all, and he did it quietly.
He did. How many people did he deport? They say 12 something.
Millions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Millions. He did.
Obama deported millions of people, and y'all don't know which organization he even used to do this shit. And y'all niggas running around this bitch acting like bullies, popping niggas in public. You got to, bro, think about this. While y'all niggas getting down, neighbors are, this, as reported, neighbors are going outside saying, what's going on? Imagine if y'all kept shooting.
Yeah, so he deported 3.1 million people were formally deported, officially removed orders, meaning that they had due process.
So almost basically 4 million people.
Yeah, but no, it was actually more than 4 million people doing his two terms. But they said the total thing about total removals plus returns, if it includes returns, people turn back at the border without a formal
Using Gemini?
order.
What you using? Chat GPT?
Yeah, but I also looked it up. This is true. The total is off the cited as like 5.3 million. So we'll say somewhere between like 4 million people. That's still a lot of people to deport back where they're not getting hurt. They're not being beat up or hospitalized. And your agents are not at risk as well. But they also had due process too. They wasn't just breaking down doors, raiding buildings, pulling people out of their cars.
1 second. I want to get some facts real quick before we keep going with this shit, because I ain't even know this is gonna be this long. Let me say this. Was she?
Yes.
Of course. I know. Good ears. Anyway, Gemini, which administration deported more illegal, undocumented immigrants? The Obama administration during his 2 terms, or President Trump administration during his 2 terms?
When comparing the two, the Obama administration deported more people than the Trump administration.
Damn.
Data from the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, and the Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse, TRAC, show that President Obama oversaw a higher total of deportations over his 8 years in office than President Trump did during his first 4-year term.
Damn.
The numbers at a glance. Administration, total deportations, estimated. Annual peak. Obama, 8 years. Approximately 3.1 to 5 million. Approximately 409,000 to 2012.
Damn.
Trump, 4 years. Approximately 935,000 to 1.5 million. Approximately 267,000 to 2019.
Damn, Trump. Them numbers low. You only deported 1.5 million illegal aliens. Meanwhile, Obama, this nigga done deported reportedly 5 million. Didn't have niggas running around thinking they was Suge Knight.
Didn't have protesting.
Didn't have niggas running around thinking they was BMF, gangsters, chasing little girls in broad fucking daylight.
Wasn't dragging people out of daycare centers.
Wasn't approaching niggas. Oh, bro, I see you buying a fajita with your daughter. Yeah, both of y'all can go, nigga.
Approaching men.
The fuck?
Approaching people in school zones. Teenagers running home. Teenagers on their way to school, snatching teenagers up.
I got a picture when I went to Polo Blanco the other day, or Polo Bacano, to get some tacos. They got fucking ICE signs all over the fucking thing saying ICE is basically not welcome in this bitch. I can't believe this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Evelyn. I agree with you. Evelyn says he didn't send people to terrorist prisons without due process. Yeah, that was diabolical.
I said Obama gave these people. That's why he said legal orders with an actual order of removal, meaning the system. He let the system do what the system was supposed to do. Everyone received due process, and he didn't break up families in the sense of, oh, I'm going to snatch you and your child and put you in 2 different areas.
Deporting veterans, child.
Did you not deport them? And then did you see the new story that came out?
I'm sorry.
The evidence that came out. It says 75,000 people had no record. So y'all wasting y'all time.
Y'all deporting every fucking body.
Yeah.
Any fucking body.
Anybody.
Y'all not even doing no due diligence.
Yeah. And then you're wasting resources though.
Millions.
Instead of actually using the resources, actually, if you do due process, okay, this person has no, we're not looking for this person. All right, you can go. Like, but you guys are literally wasting resources. That's costing America. But everybody upset about giving people food stamps.
Or reparations for that matter.
Or reparations. Or universal health care.
What a goddamn shame.
here. They say they don't normally see ICE in their neighborhood, so they're really wondering what was going on in this particular situation. But again, this is still under investigation. ICE, Anne Arundel County Police, and the FBI are all now involved in this investigation, and we're continuing to work to learn more. But for now, back to you, Ellison.
Brianna Ross from our NBC affiliate WBAL, thank you. We appreciate it.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories.
So yeah, I just don't feel nothing about that story, except I want to know more about the facts of what happened. I can't just stand on business and say, oh, ICE agents was attacked. Nah, B. It seemed like they was kind of the aggressors maybe in that situation. I'm open to the possibility of being wrong, but they put up in 3 or 4 minivans on them niggas, right? That's already aggressive. They put up with, with firearms, aggressive. They did not identify themselves, aggressive. They were masked, aggressive. They were militant in how they moved in unison, aggressive. To the point where I just tried to leave. They opened fire collectively, aggression. Now let's go to the drivers. Drivers doing their motherfucking thing. They see no niggas pull up on them. They don't have no guns. They don't have no drugs. So they just put, you know what I'm saying, pedal to the fucking floor. And somehow they threaten the guys with the big bad weapons. Not the other way around. You can't make this shit up, bro. This is why I hate narratives. And I only like facts. It's so hard to come by them these days because the art of journalism is basically dead. Niggas, 50 Cent is a fucking journalist today. Cha. You know what? Let's go to the next story. You got more? You gotta go eat, man?
Yeah. Okay. Well, why didn't you finish your food?
I finish it collectively while I'm doing stuff. Oh, okay. So, babe, no, you probably don't want to hear about this. There's a 65-year-old woman recently who was shanked by a man. I'm not gonna say his race. We're gonna play the game of, oh damn, look at Queen Sheba. Look at Queen Sheba going live soon.
She already on it. I'm
a 65-year-old woman went to Barnes and Nobles. Was it Barnes and Nobles? Yes.
It's like shame. Oh my goodness.
She went to Barnes and Nobles to get a book in Miami. Remember I told you about Miami?
Yeah.
So she went to Dade County, Palm Beach, whatever, right? And not to spoiler alert. Well, we're still gonna play guess what race it is. There was a incident that happened where a innocent woman life was taken just by going out to Barnes and Noble and trying to get a book to read. Let's go over to WP TV News Palm Beach for the report. Lord have mercy.
Developing story out of Palm Beach Gardens. We're listening to stories of violence in what's normally a quiet area. Police tell us they're investigating a homicide at Barnes & Noble just across the street from the Gardens Mall.
Damn.
PTV's Ethan Stein is digging into the investigation and speaking with shoppers.
Palm Beach Gardens police say a man killed a woman at this Barnes & Noble. 24 hours later, people are walking in and out of the store like nothing happened. It seemed like any other day at Barnes & Noble.
Would have no idea. No.
Even after Palm Beach Gardens say it arrested Antonio Moore. Officers say witnesses saw the
Damn. Now I'm gonna put it on a big screen, man, so you guys can see. This is Antonio Moore. See him, man?
Mm-hmm.
This is a how do I say it? Kang, Black Kang.
Have you forgotten we are from a proud warrior race? Where's your Kangly pride? Don't you ever forget that we was Kang!
So he was frustrated with life, apparently. They also is saying that he has some type of mental illness as well. And he didn't go get a job that day. He didn't go seek help. He decided to go take out this innocent 65-year-old woman who was just minding her business, buying a book that day. Let's finish the report. Lord have mercy. We can't make this up.
50-year-old man come into the bookstore, then watch him stab a woman and run out of the store. Most shoppers, like Steve Michelson, told us they didn't even know somebody died at the store last night.
That is kind of strange. I never thought about that. But you know what? Looks like there's a police presence.
The scene at the store was clear by this morning.
He don't give a fuck about her dying. I didn't know somebody died here last night, but you know what? There seemed like a good police presence now, so I'll go finish my shopping.
If this was Italy, he would be tried for femicide specifically.
I posted a video, Michi. Talk about it. You want to talk about it?
So a lot of countries, not just Italy, but Italy is like one of the main like leaders. A lot of countries around the world are now actually putting in laws specifically about women, calling it femicide, meaning that it is kind of like it's a hate crime if we target like a certain group. This is literally like if you are targeting her based on her gender, based on her being a woman, that is now considered femicide, and that carries different laws, different punishments, specifically from regular murder. Does that make sense? So it's not just considered like regular like unaliving. It's a specific type of unaliving. So for Italy, they classify it as, how do I say it? Oh, so for Italy, it says to respond to high and persistent violence against women. That's one way. To recognize the gender-based nature of some unalivings, meaning that was this person killed because this was just a person? Or was this person killed because she is a woman specifically? And then it says to strengthen penalties and deterrence under the new Italy, femicide carries a mandatory life sentence. So in Italy, if you are convicted of femicide, you are guaranteed to spend life in prison. They will not let you out to reoffend another woman because they're saying you are dangerous to half of the population who is a woman or is considered a woman biologically. And then it also says to spotlight, so mandatory life sentencing, reflecting lawmakers' views that these crimes involve especially heinous motivations tied to inequality and violence against women. There's a reason he targeted a woman.
An older
woman at that.
Basically helpless.
Exactly. So she was targeted on purpose. If he was in Italy, this would be mandatory life in prison for him.
I agree. And I would hear for that. Give him the time.
Yeah. We don't need a man out in the public who's a danger to 50% or more than half the population.
I was just telling my wife that the worst state in America is by far Florida.
Yeah.
I was just telling her. The most dangerous YNs. Y'all think it's Louisiana? Nope. Close. Nope. Florida.
So
Florida.
I'll add a little bit more onto it because I really want people to understand this because now I can hear guys right now. Oh my God! Now if you harm a woman, now it's really based on because what if he just went outside to just do something? Why it has to be specific? I'm going to tell you why. It says it applies when a woman is killed because of her gender, and give examples: because the perpetrator acted out of hatred, discrimination, or hostility towards her as a woman, which he did, to enforce dominance, control, possession, or subjugation of a woman, which he did, after she refused or ends a relationship, or when the act is tied to limiting her individual freedoms or autonomy. Severe and punishment. Anyone convicted of femicide is punished with life imprisonment under Italy's law, reflecting the seriousness attached to these gender-motivated unalivings. This is serious. In a lot of other countries, Italy's did it. Bolivia has done it. I don't know if you guys seen Brazil. Brazil has put in laws about femicide.
It's coming for us.
It's coming for us too. It really is, because this is ridiculous. Every time we see a man on TV, I automatically know he harmed a woman.
Do you remember where Jeffrey Epstein's estate was? What state it was in?
Florida.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, yeah, Florida. Yeah. Florida. Yeah.
Exactly.
Florida. And then the thing about it is, I don't want to hear, but they're targeting black men. No. Femicide goes for any race of man.
He did that shit.
This is about males harming women. And if you look up the data, who does the most crimes in the world at like a 90% rate? Males.
Bandits.
Males are the most violent. And I don't want to hear, oh, that's not true. Y'all tell us all the time, y'all the leaders. Y'all are bigger. Y'all are stronger. Y'all are more reasonable. Y'all can be dominant. She's supposed to submit to you. I like the new law. We need to bring a femicide law here.
Yeah, that was my grandma. Go ahead and let him free so we can go ahead and take care of him, bro. I don't even want the white man jumping in on this one.
Yeah, we need to have a femicide law here.
Or give him death penalty for that shit.
Yeah, or that's another thing. Or if you were found harming a woman, Italy said mandatory life in prison. I say we should start putting a death penalty up. If you harm a woman and it's considered femicide, death penalty.
I actually agree, because a lot of y'all are taking it too far. Let's go back
way
to the
too
story.
much.
Store, then watch him stab a woman and run out of the store. Most shoppers, like Steve Michelson, told us they didn't even know somebody died at the store last night.
That is kind of strange. I never thought about that. But you know what? Looks like there's a police presence.
The scene at the store was clear by this morning. I reached out to the property owner, Legacy Place Management, pressing for answers about security. In an email, it said in light of recent events, it's enhancing our on-site security presence and reviewing protocols with tenants, saying it's deeply saddened somebody died on their property. Barnes & Noble told us it does not comment on police investigation. Palm Beach Gardens police say the victim is a 65-year-old woman. Her name, officials say, is Rita Longrange. WPTV did reach out to her family, and we're still working on getting a response. Moore is in custody. We believe he'll go in front of a judge for the first time tomorrow. Officers tell us they're still investigating any possible motive in the stabbing. And Palm Beach Gardens, Ethan Stein, WPTV News.
What motive would a young man have to take out a woman he don't know that's 65 years old?
I didn't even know he existed until that moment.
He was a hateful young man, and he needs to have justice brought down on his ass immediately. Immediately. What's your thoughts about that, man?
I hope he get what he deserves. He does not need to be let out to reoffend and harm another woman.
I had to say rest in peace, man, because that shit's sad
It
as
is
hell.
sad. She just went out for a book that day. That's it. That can be anyone. You know what I mean? Often I go out to go to the store, grab tissue, to go to a restaurant, just to take the trash out. Like, it's sad. It's very sad.
I only got a few more topics for the morning. This topic is about your city. The Chicago Bears have announced that they are exploring options to move to a different city because they feel allegedly Chicago is not holding them down.
Because they suck.
What you mean they suck?
They're
Define terrible. They make a lot of money for the city. They have a lot of
But
jobs.
they want loyalty based on because they represent Chicago. That's not how it goes, bro. If you do a good job, we like you. If you don't do a good job, then we're not gonna like you. Win games, and a lot of them. I don't know much about a lot of the sport, but that I do know about. They're not the best. All you have to do is go to another city and suck.
The number one city that is number one city that is in play right now is Gary, Indiana.
Have fun. Have fun.
They're going to be called the Gary Browns. I mean the Gary Bears now. You like that name, Michi?
No.
We're not going to Gary to go see? And we do have videos of Chicagoans responding to the Bears making these threats that if they don't support the games with ticket sales, et cetera, allegedly, that they're going to move the team to Indiana. First, let's go to the news report to hear about Gary, Indiana, which is, for those who don't know, the home of Michael Jackson. And it might be home to the Chicago Bears very much soon. Because of people like my wife. Look at my wife. She said the Chicago Bears is trash. I never go watch a game. Child. And that's why them niggas about to go play in Indiana.
Once written off, now back in the conversation. Gary, Indiana is attracting new investment, new development, and the attention of the Chicago Bears.
But that's not only the team. Tia Ewing shows us how the city is working to turn the page.
Gary, Indiana has spent years trying to outgrow its reputation, often reduced to being known only as the hometown of the Jackson Five. Once defined by crime.
I mean, yeah, nothing else comes out of Gary. We ought to say, well, Gary has been reduced to only being known by the Jackson Five. For one, that's a legendary thing to be known by. To be known that Michael Jackson and his peers started their career and was born in Gary. I mean, that's lit, bro. You gotta that's cool. But at the end of the day, right? One thing we gotta give Gary credit for is, to be honest, I've never heard anything bad about Gary outside of the violence. They say it's like a small town. I've never heard anything racist about Gary. I've never heard people moving to Gary and say, oh yeah, man, I hate it here. No, I just heard it's a chill place. And now they're about to get a sports team. I think that's dope, bro. Like, they're gonna take a lot of jobs and they about to put that right in people's hands. And I think that's fucking amazing. Hold on, y'all. I see a spider. You think he about to dangle? Me? It's crazy. Sorry. Still gotta kill him. I refuse to give up. Got him. Nobody comes around my town. Anyway. Not me killing a spider on camera. Hey, chat. Hey, wife. Let me get back to the show, man. Nah, I don't like spiders. Miss PC. They gotta go. They all gotta go. Anyway, let me go back to the story about Gary, Indiana. I'm tripping.
Statistics and decades of population loss, the city is now chasing a very different headline. And not all of those headlines are negative anymore.
That's Mayor Hatcher right here, a national figure that was representing so many across the country right here in the city of Gary. So we're extremely proud. He was a mentor of mine.
What does it feel like to walk these same stairs, the same halls?
I think about him and, some of my predecessors often, because sometimes when you're in that office, you have to make decisions, not sometimes, all the time, that's going to impact the lives of constituents. This is a special day.
In December of 20.
Shout out to this black man being the mayor of Gary and holding things down over there. I rock. Listen, I like when black men are trying to do the right thing, and I rock with black men who are trying to. I'm too high right now. Who are trying to do the right thing, and I don't know. I'm conflicted because I like Chicago so much. They got the White Sox here. They got the Bears here. It's a lot of good things going on. I would hate to see them lose their team, but at the same time, if this can put like a little boost into Gary's economy, I'm here for it, bro. Chicago got so much money, they can lose money and still be rich. But at the same time, a lot of people from Chicago don't like this news story. So let me go ahead and show you the video of what they had to say about this.
We caught up with some fans tailgating at Soldier Field to get their thoughts on that very hot button issue of the Bears' potential move to Northwest Indiana.
Bears are not moving to Northwest Indiana. Nobody wants to get on the Skyway to go to Northwest Indiana. We all know where they're going to end up. We're Bears fans. We're going to follow this team wherever they go. But we know where our hearts are, where we want them to end up. Infrastructure is the only thing. You got the perfect lot out there, the perfect place to have your amazing tailgates out in Arlington Heights. We all want to go out there.
I think it's purely leverage. They're trying to use the Bears' success to get some money out of the state, but it's terrible.
So you heard that Chicago fan. He said it basically fair and square. We're not going across the goddamn Skyway to Indiana, but we will go to Arlington Heights. Apparently, Arlington Heights, they want to keep the team in Illinois. Keep it the Chicago Bears. They ain't rocking with Indiana like that. They ain't trying to go and pay tolls every time they want to go watch a football game when they can just go to Indiana. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, let's watch more fans.
Terrible timing.
So we're really Arlington Heights. We all want to go out there.
I think it's purely leverage. They're trying to use the Bears' success to get some money out of the state, but it's terrible timing. So it really angered me, the timing of this announcement. I understand what they're doing. I want them to move to Arlington Heights. I've been a season ticket holder almost 30 years. I think it's a great move, but the timing is awful. Don't do it now. We got a huge game, biggest game in years. Why now?
I agree. I actually 1,000% agree. The Bears actually, they're not trash. They just not the best team. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I don't know. I haven't been to a Bears game since I've been here. I've been here for like 2 years. My wife not really interested in football. I don't give a fuck about football. But I do support where I'm living. So maybe I'm going to pack the kids up soon. We go to a Bears game and we cheer on the Bears. I will say this. Y'all going to be mad about this. Got a lot of Packers here. Yeah. I got a lot of Green Bay gear here, bro, because I work in Wisconsin. You feel me? I get a lot of money in Wisconsin, and they fuck with Green Bay. This shit hard, too. Hard as fuck. Let me show the shoes. Bro, I hardly even bring these bitches out. Come on now. Come on. I don't even got no Bears gear. I don't even got no Bears gear, bro. At the end of the day, it's like I just don't really know if, this whole thing about moving to Indiana is a good thing. I think the best thing is to stay in Illinois, bro. No cap. What are y'all thoughts, man? My wife said y'all not moving. This shit over with. Now, I do want to talk about President Trump and the whole situation. Also, that happened recently, bro. Recently. Trump has been on a tirade. I got to give him his credit. A lot of people think that Trump just, I don't know. I think they think he weak, but I think he's erratic. I think he's doing things without knowing if it's the best play, if it's the best move. I think it's harming him too. No cap. But let me go ahead and do this video. I showed you guys the Bears. This pretty much is the last one about Trump versus Nigeria and how that shit is working out. And I'm not really interested in seeing America go against Nigerians. So allegedly, from what I read, this is all about Christians being persecuted. Now CNN says right here in this video, let me go and get it. Now, because it's a CNN, guys, I'm gonna take my blur screen down real quick. I'm gonna take the portrait mode down. But when I play it, I'm not gonna put a screen all the way up because I can't get copyrighted on it. You know what I'm saying? I can't fuck with that. So you say, as you guys see, the United States strikes ISIS in Nigeria. Now they're saying that they sent these missiles to Nigeria on the basis that Christians were being persecuted. Like I said, I'm completely I have no idea why they would attack Nigeria. I'm watching this shit with y'all. Alright, cool. I'm going to make it smaller right here. I don't really need it to be that big, bro. I really just don't. And for the most part, y'all can see it right here in the background. Cool. Let's get it popping. Oh. And I was reacting to Team Fatty and them. Anyway. Trump is a... Come on, bro. Can you not use that word in the chat, bro? You know you can't use that word, bro. Bro. Now I gotta take my comments and shit down because I can't have that shit up. You a goofy, bro. I'm gonna have to like go to all the chats and shit and put in certain words that you can't use because y'all come here and use words that it's almost like y'all trying to get niggas banned. It's low-key diabolical, bro. I be thinking some of y'all the ops. No cap. Anyway, man, let me go to this video. We gotta turn these comments back on. Be niggas, it's ridiculous. Stop leaving those comments. That's so I can get that shit off my screen, bro. This shit's ridiculous.
Breaking news this morning, we are learning new details about the deadly strike operation that President Trump says he ordered on Islamic State terrorists in Nigeria. Listen to this. That, as you can see, released from the Department of Defense yesterday evening. The U.S. military reports multiple ISIS terrorists were killed in the attack, which the president first announced on social media. This comes after the president for months has warned that the United States...
Not, of course, the president announced it on social media. Not, of course, the president announced it on social media. Man. Now we're talking about news like ISIS bombings and shit like that on Twitter. Okay. Bro, do y'all think this is the best move for us to continue this war and bomb people on anywhere we feel like it? I feel like America sometimes We just be doing whatever we want to do, wherever, and we don't really give a fuck about who we hurt. Now, if these people are ISIS, really, then cool, bro. But I don't know, man. When I think about soldiers and shit, I feel like there's no place for me in that conversation as a black man. As an American, maybe. If you want to say ISIS is a threat to me as a black man living in America, sure. But I'm thinking about a lot of these organizations, they just be small regimes going against a giant. What threat could they really, what threat could these regimes really be? Anyway, let me go back to the video, baby. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody watching and looking at iPhone 16 Pro Max. 17 Pro Max. Feeling like a bum ass nigga. Let me finish this last segment out, and then I'm out of here. I gotta take Matt to work.
States could take military action in the African nation, claiming that ISIS had been targeting Christians in the region. The president writing in part this on social media about it. I have previously warned that these terrorists, that if they did not stop the slaughtering of Christians, there would be hell to pay. And tonight, he goes on to say, the Department of War executed.
I never understood that whole thing about I'm a Christian, so I'm going to persecute people who persecute Christians. We're going to war. The Department of War. Why is the Christian you so easy to take somebody's life? Like, I never understood that about the Christians. How easy it was for them to just go to Africa and go to different places, snuff out life, and do whatever they want to do. I never understood that. When I was reading the Crusades at Central Michigan University, it was damn near traumatizing knowing that these people could commit so many atrocities and convince themselves that it's because of Jesus, or it's because they are defending a sacred purity that only Jesus Christ can give you. I've always thought that to be extremely diabolical. Anyway, let me keep going with the story.
Numerous perfect strikes, as only the United States is capable of doing. Now, Nigeria confirmed the two countries coordinated in this effort, in this strike. Their foreign minister joined CNN earlier this morning.
What took place yesterday clearly underscores the fact that Nigeria is not lacking in will and a commitment to the fight against terrorism.
CNN's Nada Bashir tracking this one for us.
So
Nada, what is the very latest that you're picking up?
Bro look like he in a shack being told what to say.
President Trump says he ordered on Islamic State terrorists in Nigeria. Listen to this. You can see media. The president's strike. The two are joined.
Clearly, what took place yesterday clearly underscores the fact that Nigeria is not lacking in will and a commitment to the fight against terrorism.
CNN's Nada Bashir tracking this one for us. Nada, what is the very latest that you're picking up?
Well, we're still not getting full details just yet from U.S. officials.
Of course, you're never going to get full details from the United States administration about these type of situations and full transparency until years upon years later. You're never going to get any type of full transparency. That's all but dead. At the most, you're going to get told whatever they want you to know. Right now, they want you to believe that there were people that were persecuting Christians. Black Christians get persecuted all the time in America. Black Christians get persecuted all the time in America. Nobody really cares. It's not really a thing, bro. So I don't know. I feel like it's something that we need to really focus on. Well, they were just Nigerians. I don't know. See, Nay, that's my problem, right? What if I don't know. They claim that the people were ISIS. So as far as I know, I have to report what they reported, which is that they bombed the ISIS terrorist regime. But haven't you seen situations, Nay, in the past where they would be like, oh yeah, we thought this was something, but it turned out they really were kind of innocent? And to me, I think that's my problem with the entire situation. Is maybe I just don't trust the government as much as I used to after the Charlie Kirk situation and other situations. It's made me very uneasy. And Charlie Kirk was somebody who I never agreed with. But still, knowing that you can be on their own side and allegedly have them not want you around is crazy. With that being said, though, I'm doing pre-recordings after this, guys. My wife done brought me up some snacks, you know what I'm saying, some tacos and stuff. I'm about to go ahead and eat. I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. A little good hour run, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm gonna plan another hour video. We're gonna try to do hour videos every single day. Exactly, Nate. Just like the situation in Venezuela with the boats. I can't believe nothing that Trump say. So when he said, "Oh yeah, we only bombed Nigeria because ISIS was there," like the ISIS prime minister said, why didn't you tell them then? They don't even know y'all. So y'all just operating on foreign soil without telling niggas? I don't know, bro. Trump is a demon, man. That's all I'm gonna say about bro. Bro gotta tighten up. I thought it was illegal to like drop bombs on another nation without knowing them. Like, so let's say if me and Nigeria cool, but Bin Laden over there dangling, and I just start bombing it. I thought that was illegal. One thing I will say is the prime minister directly said it undermined his military, his authority, because Trump don't give a fuck about you. That's why. Imagine you having beef with somebody in America, and Nigerians. I don't know. We found Epstein in Florida. We gotta bomb Miami. America gonna take that as an act of war immediately. Meanwhile, you sit back and do nothing but complain on CNN. It's like even the strongest black man in a strong position is still weak. But anyway, I'll say the rest of my pre-recording. That way I don't get flagged. I'll see y'all later. Watch the clips. Oh, look, help me get some look. Help me buy some lotion. My elbows is ashy. My wife was telling me about it. Yeah, that's nice.
We got lotion. I'm moisturizing you, bro.
You gonna moisturize me? What else you gonna do? Look at me eating that food back there.
No, bro.
All right, bye y'all. No outro. We don't do that no more. They start copywriting that shit. Peace.